Good morning, guys. This is Johnny Banana from the CNN Gaming Society, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own Bukkit server for Minecraft 1.2.5. So what you're going to need is the craft bukkit.jar file or screenshot. In order to get that, you're going to have to go to the Bukkit forums homepage, bukkit.org, and you're going to go to the right and you're going to see it in recommended builds. So I usually go with the first one. I don't know what the other ones are, so you can try them out. So once you've downloaded that and extracted it to your desktop or wherever, you're going to create a new folder, name it Craft Bukkit or something. I named it Craft Bukkit Server. Just move it into the folder. You're going to have it in there, and then create a new text document. Oh yeah, and it's not going to be named Craft Bukkit when you download it, so rename it to Craft Bukkit, make it simpler. Open up Notepad, and you're gonna go to one of these two sites, WikiBukkit, the setting up a server useful thread, or I use How to Geek in order to learn how to make the bucket, and this one's, I like the coding from here more. It's more reliable, and the coding is a little bit different. So copy it from one of those sites and then paste it. So program files, if you're running a 32-bit Java on a 64-bit computer, you would type in the program files area x86 in parentheses. If you're running 64-bit Java, you don't need to worry about it, just leave it at program files. I don't know how to check it, but I just know I have 32-bit. JRE6, if you're running Java runtime environment version 6, you leave it at JRE6. If you're running version 7, you change it to 7. In order to find that out, you go to run at the bottom of start, type in Java, look up properties, go to details, and you'll find which version it is. Mine is 6. So these are some common fixes for people who've got problems with creating a .bat file for their server, because you're going to make a .bat file out of this, which loads up the server every time you want to load it or start it up. XM1G, this is how much of your RAM you're dedicating to your server. This says 1G, this is 1 gigabyte of your RAM dedicated. You can put as much dedication into it as you want. The more space you put up for the server, the more players or crap on your server you can handle without it like lagging out. And the last part here, Craft Bukkit, you're gonna have to change that. This is the part where people get confused and whatnot, because it has to match your .jar name. Otherwise the .bat will not be able to find where your original folder is. So we're gonna rename it, every letter the same, so capital C as in mine, Craft Bukkit, and you're pretty much good to go. If you make all of these changes, then you should be fine. So save it, type in run.bat or anything, it doesn't really matter, as long as you just put in bat at the end. Save it up, and you should get a new one, the Windows batch file, and let's test it out. So this is basically all you got to change in order to avoid errors. So if you go into it beforehand, you can fix it up. So here's a rare problem that people sometimes get, where it says directory name file name is incorrect. It means that it could not find this. It shouldn't happen to most people, but it happens to those occasional, so press any key to continue. A fix for that problem is you go back to the new text document, you retype everything up again, but this time, in order to fix that, instead of putting the program files and all that, you would completely replace it with just Java. That's all. And then, of course, you got to rename this again, and then save it. Don't forget to delete the run if you have this problem, so you don't have to overwrite it. And then save it again. And then there you go, and it's fixed. So once again, that is a fix for a very rare dot bat condition. Most of you guys shouldn't be able to get it, but there's the occasional few. And this is probably the main problem I had with actually finding out how to install Bukkit. And I hope that helps you guys. So that's for the few once again. And then now we're gonna learn how to install a plugin. So plugins are basically like, if you're new, these are like little mods you can put in Bukkit to make it better, your server better. So these are some basic ones I suggest you to start off with. Essentials gives you like a command list to type in commands from. World edit, so you can edit your world and like degrief stuff, like if people flood your server with lava. IP lock for anti-griefing, and simple jail for like if like people are being bad and stuff. Just you put them in a little restricted spot that they can't get out of until they learn their lesson, like a little timeout. So in order to install a plugin, we're going to use essentials. Click into the compress.zip. Make sure you don't put the actual folder in there. You want to take all the jar files from any plugin that you download. It's the jars that you want to put into the plugins folder, because that's what it goes from. And pretty much that's it. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite the video if it helped you in any way. Please help us. We are a fresh new channel, and see you guys later.